What we gonna say?
We're live. You have to.
We're live. Welcome to the Supplement Engineer podcast with Robert, the Supplement Engineer, and Sandy, his wife. Get over here. He always tries to make me do the intro, and I don't know what I'm saying.
You are special.
Okay.
Anyway,
We're in a different location. Can you see?
Do you want to give the tour?
We're in the living room. No, we're in our reading room. It makes me feel different. It's okay.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. As always, we appreciate it. Post up any comments, questions, queries, quips, smart-ass remarks you may have for us today. Thank you as always. We are coming to you on a Friday.
Yes,
instead,
yeah.
Than Thursday, our usual time.
True.
But anything you guys have, we're here to answer for the next hour or so until a halfling comes back home.
Yes, and we are going to go eat at Schlotzsky's.
Why do you like Schlotzsky's?
I like their bread a lot. You know what's weird is when I ask people, hey, do you like Schlotzsky's? It's like a hit or miss. They love it or they hate it. They're like, I don't like Schlotzsky's. I like Subway better. I was like, what? Or they always say, what's that other one? What's the fast one?
Jimmy John's?
Yeah, they like Jimmy John's better than Schlotzsky's. I'm like, I'm sorry. Schlotzsky's has really good bread. So I don't really know what you're saying right now. And you just have to get the deluxe original. It gives you a lot more meat. And you don't even have to say no mayo because it doesn't even come with mayo.
Do they have mayo there in general?
I think they do.
Yeah.
But if I get the turkey bacon club, I have to say no mayo. If I get the deluxe original, it's magic because it doesn't have mayo on it. I get excited about that. Hey, Brooke.
You gotta wait till the comment pops up. Hey,
Hey, Brooke. Sorry. I got excited.
You did.
I didn't know if she'd be able to watch us on a Friday.
Of course. She doesn't do anything. She's in Florida. They don't do anything in Florida. Except
hang out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they do. General housekeeping stuff. There is a brand new article. I'll post the link in the comments down below. Should you include Hooperzine in your pre-workout? There is some recent data to suggest don't put it in there, even though every supplement company on the face of the planet has gotten the trend of the last year and a half of putting Hooperzine in pre-workouts, and I'm just not a fan of it.
Okay,
for different reasons entirely.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some data that came out, and just high-level overview of the article. Published last year, 2021, a relatively small group of people. They gave them 200 micrograms, which is 4 times more than what they usually find in pre-workouts. Usually pre-workouts are anywhere between 50 to 100 micrograms.
Okay, so less.
Yeah, this was a double-blinded crossover. This was a blinded crossover trial. So that means they gave one group 200 micrograms of Hooperzine, the other group got placebo. Then they did a washout period. Then they came back. They flip-flopped it. So
I love that.
Each individual basically acted as their own control.
Yeah.
So that eliminates some of the inter-individual variability and kind of helps you figure out.
I studied this in statistics class. Double blind.
So they did that. They put them through an exercise protocol. It was not a very intense exercise protocol.
Was it just like jogging or something?
So they started them on a treadmill.
Got it.
And then gradually increased either the intensity, the speed, or the incline until they hit 70% of their heart rate reserve.
Got it.
Okay, so we're not even approaching like VO2 max at this
Wait,
point.
can I?
Yeah.
So like, what would that be for me? Like 120?
Just until you start to breathe heavy, maybe just a little bit. And then so once they got to that level of 70% heart rate reserve, then they kept them at that level for 30 minutes. And they were just walking at that pace for 30 minutes. Then they had them hop off. They put them through a push-up test, and they put them through some other cognitive tests. So they examined their mental and their physical acuity through all of this to see if Hooperzine was actually doing this. So some of you watching this saying, what the hell is Hooperzine, Robert? Why are you even checking this out? Hooperzine is a nootropic. It is an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. Acetylcholine is the learning neurotransmitter in the body. It's also involved with the mind-muscle connection as well as muscle contractions because it's released from the neuromuscular junction, and it actually, forces the muscle to contract. It's involved in muscle contraction.
Wait, but you said it's an inhibitor, which sounds like it doesn't.
Well, that's what acetylcholine is, the neurotransmitter that is involved in muscle contractions.
Okay.
Hooperzine is an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. Acetylcholinesterase is the enzyme that degrades acetylcholine.
Okay, it stops the degrading. Got it.
So stop inhibiting the breakdown leads to longer lasting, stronger concentrations of acetylcholine in the body.
Got it.
Now, if you go back and listen to the podcast I did with Joey Savage from Galaxon, we kind of kicked the idea back and forth of, is Hooperzine even a good idea in pre-workouts? Because you want your body to actually break down the acetylcholine. It needs to get broken down in order to activate and start the action potential for the muscle fiber to contract. So if you're presenting that from getting that,
they didn't do workouts, but the things that the subjects did wasn't what we would be doing on this Hooperzine.
It's
I wouldn't just be running on a pre-workout.
Well, that's where some conflicting things. So there's earlier studies from the 80s and 90s where they put individuals, athletes, through prolonged endurance protocols. And these endurance exercise protocols led to, so after you've been exercising 3 hours, you're going to have a depletion in acetylcholine, but you also have a concomitant lowering of dopamine, which there's a little bit stronger data to suggest that dopamine has more of an effect or an impact on exercise performance, because as dopamine levels go down, serotonin levels stay at the same level or they go up, and that serotonin is that neurotransmitter that is going to induce central fatigue. So that's what's going to make your brain and your muscle just say, I'm kind of
tired. Okay.
So the researchers, going back to what we were saying, the researchers are saying, hey, we give you this Hooperzine. It's always in those pre-workouts. It's a popular nootropic. Maybe it'll give it. Let's see if it actually improves performance. So they gave them a 200 microgram dose.
Which is, again, what you're saying, 4 times more than the average dose.
Average pre-workouts have anywhere between 25 to 100. Some go into the 200-300 microgram range. Very few, though.
Okay.
More often than not, it's 25 to 100.
So the study wasn't, okay.
Yeah, so they're using a quality dose.
Okay.
They found no benefit. Okay, there was no significant benefit.
There was no, if you guys know anything, that means that it was less than the significant value, the alpha value, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it did not improve performance. It wasn't better than compared to placebo. Granted, exercise protocol wasn't very intensive. So maybe if you were doing like a 24 set chest and back, supersetting all of these things, where you actually are pushing your body to a relatively extreme thing, and your cognitive, prowess could be a little bit more impacted negatively.
Do they ever do? I'm sorry, every study you've ever said always has people running on a treadmill. Do they ever do studies with people lifting weights and actually doing like deadlifts or something? I feel like
certain ones they do. Okay. This one, again, that's some of the limitations. They weren't put through a very intensive, at least by real athlete standards, real people that train seriously. This is not a very intensive. This is like something I would go do on my free time.
Okay.
I mean, it's not very intense. They were exercise trained individuals. They weren't like.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, it was a pretty wide range gap between. Like 18 to 60-year-olds. So, I mean, the median age was in the 30s.
Okay, but if they're in shape, I like studies that are done with people that are in shape, because I'm trying to find a study that kind of mimics a little bit of like, what am I?
Correct. Yeah.
You don't want someone who just.
That's kind of a recap. So that's a very small study. It is the first study to actually investigate any potential ergogenic exercise performance enhancing effects of Hooperzine. No, there was none, which I've been saying I don't like Hooperzine in pre-workouts for a couple of years now. Just due to the fact that it has such a long half-life. It's got anywhere between, depending on what you're eating, 12 to 16 hours half-life. Some research in animals shows it's got a 20-hour half-life. But if you're continually taking this day after day after day, like a lot of these pre-workouts have and nootropics have, it's going to build up in your systems where you stop getting the effectiveness of it, first of all. Second of all, you get too much Hooperzine in your system. It leads to a choline overload, acetylcholine overload in the body.
Right, because it's
which gives you brain fog, headaches, dizziness. You start to like get ringing in your ears. And so this is a drug supplement, nootropic, that's studied for people and most applicable for people that are in severe cognitive decline, Alzheimer's. So they are supposed to take it every day. Healthy individuals like you, me, and all the other people taking pre-workouts, no, you're not supposed to be taking this every day.
Is that what your article's about?
So, yes, that is what the article is. It's breaking down the study and just saying, hey, supplement companies, stop being lazy and putting Hooperzine in your pre-workouts when there's actually no evidence. So that's the rant on that. If you click down on the link below, you go to the Supplement Engineer website. It's the first article, the newest article in the blog section. So yeah, that's a little highlight of all of that stuff.
All good things, all good things, all good things.
True. I always do my cardio at this time.
Good, Brooke. Okay. I didn't know if you like do it around this time, or do you do it so that you can like listen to us? Not like you revolve yourself around us. I was just curious.
But you should if you don't. And special shout out, love and appreciation to Brooke. Thank you for being part of the Patreon. Thank you for being part of Patreon. Yeah, she is a patron of the Supplement Engineer Patreon. So if you guys are interested in seeing what kind of exclusive content, fun goodies, and stuff that you get as part of being a patron, click that link down below.
Yay!
You're right. It is in everything. It is in a couple of sleep aids out there too, which might have a little bit more beneficial impact because that's when your memory consolidation and moving stuff from short-term memory to long-term.
I tell my students that all the time.
So it's
you need to sleep before a test.
Could be good.
So you can go from short-term to long-term.
Yeah. Boom! Chris, welcome, my man. How are you? Look at you and yes.
Yeah, reason.
This is the reading room. This is the reading room. This used to be some kind of formal dining room.
I guess it never was for us.
You see that fan behind our head? That used to be a low-hanging chandelier.
Oh, right, it was.
And we replaced that.
We don't need a chandelier.
I didn't replace it. We got a handyman to come in. There's another fan right above us too. But this is our reading room. We got this sofa about 2 years ago.
I love this sofa.
Yeah.
We realized you could sleep 3 full adults.
Yes, you can. And then there's all of our massive book collection.
You like that?
All of that right there.
You like that?
So, and then there's us. But Sandy's parents.
They
decided
come
to
in town.
up.
And that's what the room we usually do our stuff in is in the spare room.
Yeah.
So that's their bedroom. So we don't want to be all up in their business, you know. What?
Hit the like button, smash it, judo chop it, tickle it, whatever you want to do.
Speaking of which, I was having this conversation. So this week, the reason why we're doing it today is because it was my service week, which meant I was driving 10 sophomore boys in a van, one of those big vans, and I'm just like doing my thing. And we're doing service, but they were asking me, do you think MMA is immoral? I go, immoral? Do I think MMA is immoral? No. They're like, do you think boxing is immoral? I said, no, I don't think any of it's. What are you talking about? They said, yeah, but like MMA, when they're on the ground, they keep hitting them. I'm like, that's the rules. Like wrestling, like they do it on the ground all the time. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like you're talking about consenting adults who know what they're signing on for. I think it's fine. And they said, would you ever box? I go, first of all, if I wanted to do something like that, I would do something that would actually have some kind of advantage for me to do. If I punch you, no matter how hard I train, it's not going to hurt you. But I think one of the martial arts that would work for me would be like judo or something where I throw people. It's the only thing I got for me because like any kind of punch or kick, it's not gonna be effective against anyone that actually knows what they're doing. So the only like workout, like the only kind of like self-defense thing I could do would have to be some kind of like dodge, bob and weave, and like flip somebody is the best I got. Maybe a chokehold. Like I can't. It is what it is.
Oh, shucks. Glad this we appreciate it eternally. For people who generally don't enjoy the presence of people, that is a mighty big couch. Yes, it
We don't sit next to each other when we're on it.
No,
Go ahead. Robert's gonna sit where he sits.
I'm in the old man spot. This is where I sit.
That's where he sits, and he reads.
Contemplate life's mysteries and read.
And he reads Wheel of Time to me, and I sit here, like literally this far apart. And Sophia will crawl between us when he reads to me. It's such a great. To be fair, though, we ordered it online, and I had no idea how big it was. It was rooms to go. You can't tell in the photo. I thought it was only going to be like this big. The second they started unpacking it, I went, okay, big sofa, big sofa, big sofa. So we can sleep adults there if we need to. We got relatives in New Orleans. Sometimes there's hurricanes. They got to evacuate. You got to do what you got to do.
So schedule oriented when it comes to working out. Every other aspect of life is math. I'm
gonna tell you right now, I misread that. I thought you wrote every other aspect of life is math, and I went, I know.
What form of cardio do you enjoy the most, Brooke? Do you rotate it each day since you have 4:30?
Are you the what's it called, gazelle?
No, she's
gazelle?
like the toady little gazelle, the elliptical.
The elliptical, the thing where your legs are moving too.
Yeah, that's the elliptical.
Like with the arms,
yeah.
But it's not like just this. It's like, is that what it's called?
Greg Duvier. Hey, Greg, we haven't seen you on the channel in a while. Post a comment.
Hey.
Best adult chewy multivitamin. That is something I do not know off the top of my head because I haven't gotten a lot of requests for that. I can do some.
I would rather a chewable than like
a pill, a capsule.
I would do a pill. A pill is number 1 for me. Number 2 would be like a chewable, but then 3 would be the drink. The drink's hard because you got a lot of stuff in there that tastes bad.
Yeah.
So it's hard to drink my vitamins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Are you just doing this because you don't enjoy? I guess shit. That really doesn't matter. I was gonna say, do you not enjoy taking pills? But
maybe he likes to chew things.
Yeah, that's fine. That could be a homework assignment for me, Greg.
Assignment.
That actually should be a good article. That could be next week's article. I'll do some hunting around and I'll put up the top 3 or 5 adult chewy multivitamins. That'd be a really good topic. So thank you for that.
There you go.
Do some digging.
My hair looks short right now. It's really weird.
I always had Brain Bridge Elevate as my staple. That's Man Sports. She was talking about that. I need to order that and we need to review it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good to me.
So you're using distance. Makes the heart go its fun.
We're both really independent people, and I appreciate that. Yeah, that's how we function.
I have no ACLs. I messed up my meniscus. Ooh.
How did you hurt your ACL?
That's private privileged medical.
You're right. HIPAA. Sorry.
Read us a snippet.
No, not from the article. No, you got to get it.
No.
it.
He's talking about the book. He's talking about having me read from the book.
Oh yeah, no.
No, basically.
We're just now finishing book 5,
yeah.
And I'm not gonna say anything, but something just happened with the doorway. That's all I'm gonna say. And so we disagree about how that's gonna happen. And then my dad is ahead of us, and he is in book 6. And he's like, and I told him what we were saying because we were arguing about someone being potentially dead or not. And then he was like, you'll find out about one of them next book. I'm like, which one?
He's being coy.
He's being coy. But it's good because I should read the book myself. It's all good.
Chris, been using Uncle Eddie's pre, the power. It's effing awesome.
What is
Uncle Eddie? Crazy Uncle Eddie.
What's that?
He's from Muscle Players. Met him up when I was in Jersey seeing Robbie at the Apollo thing. Crazy
Uncle Eddie?
Yes, Crazy Uncle Eddie. What's the name of it? Do you have a link? Can you put the link in the comments or something, Chris? Or shoot me an email? I'd be curious to check it out.
Ooh, I was right. Hey, you know what? We got it on tape.
We did.
When we drove, we listened to it on tape, which is actually kind of cool because now you know how to pronounce everything. Otherwise, you make up stuff. I was going to guess soccer. All of my girls, like my high school girls that like hurt themselves, it's always in soccer. Trying to talk about all the injuries that the NFL had like years ago. I was like, soccer and cheerleading can get you some concussions. There's this one, I can't tell you. There's this one girl I'm convinced is brain damage. She's walking around like a half a person because she's had so many concussions that at this point I'm like I'm telling you right now, she comes in and she's like, I'm like, what are you doing? I don't have you right now. She's like, oh. And she like walks away. And I'm like, that girl be brain damaged.
She damaged.
But she's a good soccer player, so they let her keep playing. I don't know, man. I think it's weird. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of bad. So I just think it's funny.
My fiance does not like pills, so I'm looking for her. That's very nice. You are a very, very
I understand,
caring
Greg.
fiance.
My grandma couldn't chew pills. She couldn't take pills. Like you try to put it and she'd be like,
yeah.
Can I tell you the secret though? I plug my nose. That's how I take pills. I look like a weirdo doing it, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
I am a weirdo. But no, I do have it. And it works every time. But yeah, it's chewable.
Is she blonde? I mean, she just might be blonde.
No, she's like light brown hair.
Oh.
So I think she's brain damaged. Because she was smart a couple years ago.
Yeah,
now it's
I'll do a hunt through Amazon and see what chewies I can find on Amazon.
Does she like gummies? I feel like gummies are more common than chewies.
I think that's what he means. Just something you can chew.
To me, they're different. To me, chewable is like the texture of Flintstone vitamin or Tums. And gummies are gummies.
Or you can just pop open the capsules and just do it.
Oh.
No, please don't do that.
You know what? You can do it in her butt. I saw that in a movie once.
You're going to give her an enema?
Right? That's what he was doing in Wolf of Wall Street. I didn't know what he was doing, but he was giving her drugs through her booty hole.
Yeah.
They did it on Wolf of Wall Street. It's a thing. I'm serious. Could you do that with vitamins? Is there any harm in that? Would it give you damage? Would it ruin the lining of
have a suppository of vitamins every day? Do you
want your vitamins or don't you? That's the question. I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally because that seems weird to me. I don't know what your tastes are. What if it's common territory? What if it's known there?
That you like things in your butt?
Robert, let me just tell you something. I teach high school and there's some effed up things that people say, and this is rated R, but I've heard of a girl who only does it that way because she wants to remain a virgin. Is that how that works? I don't think that's how it works. So anyways, I bet she'd take her vitamins that way.
She likes gummies. Okay.
Sorry, Greg. I wasn't trying to be all gross. I was just saying theoretically. No, gummies it is.
I will do my homework.
Sorry.
And I'll come up with a top 5 list and just kind of do that.
Okay. Sorry if that got dirty.
The Obvi vitamins seem decent. I will make a note of that to go through it, Chris.
Obvi vitamins.
Obvi.
Are we pronouncing it right?
Yeah, it's Obvi. I've had Renak, the owner, on the podcast.
Why is it called Obvi? Is it short for something? Is it like an acronym or something?
Go listen to the Supplement Engineer podcast.
Do you know why? And you're not telling me?
I don't remember.
I am curious.
I don't remember. That interview was 2 years ago.
I ask weird questions. I always get off topic. I just want to know why it's called Obvi or whatever it is.
Not supplement related, but wanted to know your thoughts on the knees over toes guy and his protocol. I do like it. I actually like it a lot.
Knees over toes protocol.
It's a guy. He is a personal trainer / coach / basketball player. Not professional like NBA or anything. But his whole thing is that You don't remember the longest time we
I do.
started
We
doing
weren't supposed to do
P90X.
knees over toes.
Don't do your.
Yes.
Don't do
Oh,
all
and
that.
I remember you always did it because you did it in Taekwondo all the time.
Yeah, we always did. So I mean, I was always from Taekwondo. Like
He
we would
always
get down
did
in
it.
duck stance and
With the knees all up over that, all up over.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you're not supposed to do that.
And I said never bothered my knees.
Yeah, and
before.
he always was like, whatever.
And so his whole thing is, keep, the knee is supposed to go through this entire range of motion where it goes here, it bends. Ow, you can't even get your leg over.
I'm not flexible.
And so just, your knee is supposed to go and be able to do all that.
So your knee is supposed to go.
Yeah, he also does a lot of stuff like reverse sled work. So instead of pushing it, you do it this way because think about it. When you're ambulating.
When you're ambulating? Stop obfuscating. When you're ambulating? I can only guess. Are you doing this? Is it something?
Well, yeah, so when you're walking, okay? You're walking and everything is this way. You're going this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're not working the knee this way. So you get weak on these front things here.
Uh-huh.
Because everything else, when you're walking, everything else is getting strengthened from the backside here. So his whole thing with doing the reverse sled work is you're working your knees from that other kind of thing. So you get here and you're pushing back here, getting that extension right
So you're walking backwards.
Yeah, it's gonna
I could just walk up a hill backwards.
Yeah, you can do that.
I do that all the time if it's cold.
But yeah, you
I
can
walk
strengthen
backwards in the
your VMO, which has a huge role in your knee health and all of that stuff. The teardrop muscle, that's your VMO, vastus medialis.
The vastus medialis. Ambulating. I don't know what we're talking about, but he does, and it sounds super fancy.
Technical definition of having the V card. Yes.
All right, cool.
Why do you think that no knees over toes existed for so long? That's a great question. I don't know. It's kind of like there's certain things in the fitness.
There's so many things that stay for so long.
Like going deep squat, like ass to grass squat, is bad for everybody.
Yes.
You do that.
Yes. Every time you do ass to grass, I'm always like, stop it. It's bad for you. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so like the food pyramid. The food pyramid with the grains at the bottom. I'm convinced we already talked about how like what's his name? Ansel Keys.
Yeah.
Talked about the whole no fat thing, right? And so we did this food pyramid for years. But that makes sense because I almost feel like there was like people that were benefiting monetarily. Farmers were benefiting. If we have to have 11 servings, because that's what it said, by the way. It said something like 6 to 11 servings of grains a day. Well, then the farmers were benefiting from that. So somebody was benefiting from that. Who would have benefited from no knees over toes? That one's a weird one. I don't think that would have been. I don't think anyone would benefit from that. Look, I'm with you. I always ask why.
When in doubt,
money.
Blame Trump or the Russians. That's works in the American political sphere for everything.
Well, it's funny because Robert was saying that like certain things, production was stopped for a long time, and it was always because of that sickness. And now he's like, wait, production is stopped because of what's going on over there. He's like, you can't just blame your laziness and inefficiency on whatever big thing is happening across the world. Like, well, production is stopped because of it's like nothing goes through there. Stop saying this. Well, you got to mark up the prices because there's something going on over there. Okay.
These are the questions.
I hear you. No, that's weird. That's a good question.
Such a tortured soul. Like the push of drinking milk.
Right. I
That
think
was
that's
big in the 90s.
yeah, with the got milk commercial.
Yeah. Right.
But to be fair, I drink milk all
I
the
got
time.
your note
I like milk.
right here for the vitamins, Greg. So I always went to go get the notepad. Okay, transition to product review of the day. We have some protein bars that we've acquired from our local Sam's Club. It is the Robert Irvine Fit Crunch.
It is so bright. Oh, that blocked the sun for me. I like it.
Robert Irvine Fit Crunch. So we have 3 flavors. Typically we have 4 because our Sam's sold 4 different flavors.
Oh.
2 of them come in a box, so you get 18 of them for like $16.
It's exciting.
Chocolate peanut butter, chocolate chip cookie dough,
Ooh.
and peanut butter and jelly. The other flavor is mint chocolate chip, but the halfling ate all those. That's her favorite flavor of the 4.
That's her breakfast. So
a lot of the times.
I don't know if it's good, but she seems to like the mint chocolate chip. 4-year-old approved.
Yes. All right. So let's run down the macros right quick. 1 bar is 46 grams, 190 calories per serving. 8 grams of fat, 4 grams saturated fat, 3 grams monounsaturated fat, 1 gram polyunsaturated fat. 14 grams carbohydrates, 1 gram fiber. 3 grams total sugars, including 2 grams of added sugars. There's 8 grams of sugar alcohols in this. 16 grams of protein per bar, so it's like a snack.
Yes.
The ingredient list is long and distinguished.
Like Johnson.
Bonus points for whoever gets that.
Knows that movie, knows that movie, knows that movie.
Okay. So you got everything. The protein blend is whey protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, which is good. Soy protein isolate that they put in these bars for texture. Peanuts, vegetable glycerin, vegetable oils, sugar, sorbitol, which that's the sugar alcohol, gelatin, palm oil, brown rice flour, maltitol, and water. Then contains 2% or less of the following: corn syrup, cocoa, salt, sunflower oil, monoglycerides, dextrose, maltodextrin, caramel color, vanilla, sodium caseinate, propylene glycol, monoesters, soy lecithin, natural flavors, tapioca starch, sucralose, acetylated monoglycerides, mono and diglycerides, natural tocopherols, beta-carotene, vitamin A palmitate, citric acid, whey, potassium sorbate, silicon dioxide, almond, and baking soda.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all.
Very minimal ingredient product here. So the important thing is, do these taste good?
That is the important thing. If we don't taste good, who's gonna eat it?
This is the chocolate peanut butter bar. This is the peanut butter jelly bar.
It's so funny. I'm always scared to eat a peanut butter and jelly flavored anything, but I've actually liked them in the past. So it's like this weird.
This is the chocolate chip cookie dip.
Chocolate chip cookie. Okay.
Look at that high resolution. Whoosh. Whoosh. Okay. Somebody's on think that's not high resolution. That's not 4K.
That's not typically speaking.
That's not 4K.
Sorry.
It's only 1440 pixels.
Okay, I want to bite
All right, which one do you want first?
peanut butter and jelly because I'm scared of it. You like that, guys? I'm brave. It's not brave if you're not scared, and I'm scared of this.
Strong female lead.
You like that?
What do you think?
Okay, this is really weird. It tastes exactly like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I don't like it because of that.
Fun fact: I ate peanut butter sandwiches for lunch every day as a kid growing up. You know, a super picky eater. At school lunches, I mean. I didn't like jelly.
This is exactly okay. If you can imagine the smoky peanut butter, you put that Jif on, and you put your little smear of the grape jelly. That the just normal Welch's Smackers, whatever it's called, Smuckers. You take a bite of it.
You smack her, you go to jail.
This is exactly.
Come on, that was good.
Huh?
I said you smack her, you go to jail.
Only if it leaves a mark. I was in the trumpet section so I can hold my own against boys. Boom.
You're usually not that quick though.
I know, I'm never that quick. I'm really proud of myself.
Good.
I'm getting better. Okay, all I'm saying is I don't make myself as an adult peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Ever. Okay, so this tastes exactly like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. They did a great job in the taste and everything. I just don't ever make myself a peanut butter jelly sandwich. So if you're a person that likes it, go ahead and go for it. I don't. It tastes exactly. The texture. The texture was fine. For protein bars, it was much better than other ones I've had. Like, much better, much easier. But I think it's because it's not super high on the protein. It's got as much, it basically has as many grams of carbs as it is protein. So it's got like everything going for it texturally. It's a little crunchy, a little soft, easy to eat. Tastes exactly like a peanut butter.
It's a baked bar. It's not a compressed puff like a Quest bar.
No, it's good. It's good texturally. Okay, give me something I actually want to taste.
Chocolate chip cookie dough or chocolate peanut butter? We're on the peanut butter.
I want chocolate peanut butter because I love, you know what? If it tastes like a tag along, they changed the name of it. What are they called? Peanut butter patties? Whatever. Girl Scout cookie. It's the cookie that has the peanut butter glop on it and then chocolate over it. Oh my God. Oh, man. That I will eat. That I will eat. Doesn't taste like a tag along. Give me a second. It tastes like a cookie. It tastes like a cookie, like a peanut butter cookie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it tastes like a peanut butter cookie with just a little bit of chocolate. But the texture is really easy. So check out the. Can you? How come it's not working for me? Is that?
This is why we don't let you have nice things.
It's not working. It's zooming on my face.
All right. Okay.
So you see the cookie part at the bottom?
Cross section.
Yeah, it's like the cookie part's at the bottom, and it tastes like a peanut butter cookie, which is really, really good. It's not too peanut buttery at all. It tastes like almost like a shortbread cookie with like a hint of peanut butter. Super easy to eat. I would eat that all the time. Super easy. It's not too chocolatey and it's not too peanut buttery. It tastes like a good shortbread cookie with a little bit of peanut butter and then just a little bit of chocolate.
That is the Halfling's second favorite flavor.
That's really easy to eat. That one I could eat all the time. If I'm hungry, I would go for that. Why we tried that? Now I know. It's like a cookie. The texture tastes like a cookie too. Yeah. It's really nice. I'm worried about this one because I like that other one so much better. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Texture more like a protein bar.
This texture is a little bit rougher.
The top of it, the sticky part, tastes much more like a protein bar. The cookie underneath is just crunchy, but I'm getting all of the flavor and all of the chew from the top half that tastes like a protein bar.
Yeah. Texturally, this is the worst one.
Yeah. Texturally, it's the worst because
like
it tastes
flavor
mostly
of
like
it.
protein. I mean, it tastes like it's too sweet. I mean, it tastes like a chocolate bar. It tastes like a chocolate candy bar. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's okay. The chocolate peanut butter is really good.
The chocolate peanut butter, yeah. So Halfling's order is mint chocolate chip,
I'm curious what that one
chocolate peanut butter, chocolate chip cookie dough, and the peanut butter jelly one.
Peanut butter jelly tastes like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. So if she doesn't like it, now I'll know not to do one for her. Because we've only ever done peanut butter with her. Just peanut butter and bread.
We've tried to get her. She tried jelly. I don't think she even likes it. When we go to La
She
Madeleine,
doesn't
she
like really,
that.
yeah, she doesn't like it. You're right.
No.
Thank God. Makes my life easier. Because I can just spread some peanut butter, call it a day.
So have you guys, if y'all have any of y'all tried the Robert Irvine bars, let us know in the comments below, please. Okay.
Peanut butter jelly.
Have you
know.
had peanut butter jelly?
I know. Well, you know what? If you eat one of these, you'll go, whoa. That tastes just like peanut butter jelly. Kind of crazy.
Wanted to chime in with a typical girl comment. Sandy, your hair looks amazing.
You know what? I really
need that
appreciate
style.
I appreciate you saying that because you want to know what I did? It's called I took a shower last night and I went to sleep with it wet. That's called nature. Nature did this for me. Because somebody else commented on it today too. They said, "Oh, did you get your haircut?" I go, "No, it looks good." I'm like, "Oh, because it was wet." And then I slept on a pillow.
Well, it's a really expensive salon to get your hair cut at too.
We cut my own hair. Thank you for complimenting me because I was seriously starting to doubt it. I was like, maybe I need to start going to a place. I've been cutting my own hair now for a year. Maybe I should go to a place. Brooke, you've helped me save money. Thank you.
I have a feeling that price increases will stay. Housing market in Florida is the same. Yeah, it's absurd here.
There's no
Homes are
reason.
selling at 200%. No
We get this thing in the mail that tells us how much our home is worth. And right now it's like $750 or something. I'm like, it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with no yard. There is no reason for this house to be more than like 400 ever. Like ever.
Yeah.
But people keep paying for it. Supply and demand, guys. I got a B+ in economics, but I can tell you I remember supply and demand, okay? If you stop buying, whoa, speaking of which, we started watching a documentary and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Apparently it's like the third one of a documentary. What's it called?
Cocaine Cowboys.
Cocaine Cowboys. But there's 3 of them, right? Like the first one was called Cocaine
Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
There's Cocaine Cowboys Reloaded.
Right.
Cocaine
And this one's
Cowboys The Next Generation or something.
Okay, whatever. We're watching the most recent. And the reason why is like, obviously we've watched Scarface just like anybody else. And I'm like, oh, okay, cocaine in Miami, let's do it. So it starts off really benign. Like the people that, it's not benign, okay, so it's illegal. Like the people that helped, it sounds really bad now that I'm saying it so cavalier, but it's these people talking about how they helped get cocaine in the United States. It sounds bad no matter how I say it, but it started out easy to watch. Then it talks about how the economy went up in Miami because everybody had money, so people were spending it. And so at first you're like, okay. Then it talked about the drug wars and how everybody was dying. And then they started talking about how people came in from like other countries and they started just bringing in machine guns. And like in the middle of the interstate, they just have like something from a movie. And all these police officers just quit because they said, I am not dealing with this. Like, I don't need to deal with this. And
you're going out there with a 9 or a Glock or something.
Right.
Against
They're like, you're not
an
preparing me
AK-47.
for the machine guns that are coming right. And then they said something like, they went from 9 rapes in Miami in 1 year to 57 rapes in 2 months. And I'm like, oh, I would move out of there in a heartbeat. And so it's like, we haven't finished it yet because I'm having a hard time watching it. I was like, it started out benign kind of which is people were just talking. And then it started showing this reality. I'm like, how did it? But then I'm going to be honest with you, it gave me hope. Bear with me here. I'm watching this documentary about how the police quit and how all these people are coming in and killing everybody. I'm thinking, how the heck did they survive? It sounds like it's the end of the world. That's what it sounded like. But there's hope because obviously Miami is still around. There are people there. Somehow it ended up working itself out. So I kind of think it's important for people to watch it, because anytime you think the world is going to end, like, oh my God, it's so bad. It's never, if you watch the mafia things in New York in like the 60s and stuff, you're like, oh my God, it's so bad. And then times change, something happens, and everything ends up being okay again. So I've got to have hope, because watching this, I know Miami's still around and there's people there. So I guess it's thrive. Would we say thriving? Would we say thriving? Okay. I'm just saying, I haven't finished the documentary yet, but I know it's got to have a quote unquote happy ending, because obviously everything's kind of okay. But y'all, it was a shocker for me. It was hard to watch. And we like watched Scarface and everything. I was like, I kind of thought that was just a movie. No, it was kind of real.
What? Housekeeping stuff. We also are broadcasting over on Twitch, and if it seems like your comment's not getting in through YouTube, because sometimes YouTube gets a little finicky, jump on over to Twitch. It's Supplement Engineer on Twitch, and then you can post your comment. They seem to be a little bit easier with comments. Yeah. Okay. Brooke, sorry for so many questions. Never be.
We like the questions. We don't know what to talk about otherwise. We just come on and talk.
Yeah. Any way to inhibit beta carotene absorption? Stopping the orange with stopping the spinach.
Thank you so much. That's such a good question, because I watched an episode of The Magic School Bus where Arnold turned orange from eating all of his he was eating some orange covered spinach thing. I don't know.
Cheese doodles?
Yeah, he was eating like his cheese doodles, whatever it was. Tell us the story. Would you get in the camera?
I'm right here. I'm on the.
Does anyone else notice that it's like Sandy Robert?
Well, there's a reason. You're the good looking one. I'm just a nerd.
None of this is true. Your body is so much better, but nobody ever sees you with your shirt off. And I just want to say, for the record, he has a good body, better than me. And I'm going to step up my game. I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to start cutting in 2 weeks. It's official. March 20th. You're welcome. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Back to carrots.
I actually don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of.
Such a good question. Fats, oils?
Anti-nutrients or something like that could.
French fries.
I mean, beta carotene, vitamin A are fat-soluble compounds, so by not consuming any fat could limit some of the absorption. But more so, beta carotene is the precursor to actual vitamin A, so it's the precursor to retinol. I don't know if there's any other conflicting things. Like, so if you eat certain foods, there's certain interactions between them that prevent the uptake or the absorption from getting absorbed, as well. So it binds the minerals. That's what the whole anti-nutrients and the paleo community freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Where there's the phytates and the lectins and all this other shit that's, doing everything.
Sorry.
So I don't know from a beta carotene standpoint.
I'm so curious.
I'm going to put that down.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Tell me if you guys approve of this idea, but maybe you don't. I still think.
Are you turning orange, Brooke? Are you starting to get
Robert did.
I did for a little bit.
He did. He ate too many vegetables. It wasn't just the carrots. It was like.
Well, I was having spinach and some kale and some carrots.
Copious.
And
amounts.
Sweet potatoes.
But he wasn't eating enough fats. That's what he said too. It's like they didn't have enough other things to go with it.
Food in general. I was eating too many vegetables and it was basically.
There's one of those people that overdoes the eating healthy. It's possible. Because we had a friend who turned her children orange because she was like, oh, you have to eat healthy. And she shoved all these fruits and vegetables at them and they turned orange. Moderation is key for everything, right?
You're coming up with some really good questions. This is
okay.
back-to-back questions that I'm kind of
Let me tell you something. I'm convinced that you need to get yourself involved with some kind of university. That way you can actually do studies that I respect and that you respect. Studies that are done on things like people that work out and things like that. So right now he has his engineering degree, which is super fancy cool. But it's should you get your master's? Should you get your PhD? I'm getting my PhD, but it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work. And he's like, I don't know. Do I really want to get my PhD? Because a lot of science, it's obsolete in 2 years. So he would need to be something where you're continually, I don't know, food for thought. I think it'd be something cool for him to be a part of a university where they're doing studies and he could have a say in it. Because you have to get funding.
Yeah.
That was a lot of that.
FY. Yub tub. Yeah, I know what you meant in that first comment.
I didn't. Good job for translating, Robert. That's so weird. What did you say that could have possibly been blocked?
I don't know. Well, there you go. That's Chris right there. Fire FGO. Are you a firefighter?
What? What's happening?
All right. Here we go. That's the link to Uncle Eddie's.
Oh, thanks.
Let's pull that up real quick.
But why does it? Are they American?
Yeah, Uncle Eddie's up there.
Why did it have that backslash? Well, whatever. That's the He-Man theme song, in case you're curious. What is that? I'm afraid we're gonna get weird things again. Wait, he's typing it in and now I'm scared. Oh no, it's a type of. Did he like put that on before all this happened? Because that's embarrassing. Do you know what I mean?
Did you say embarrassing or is it?
Yeah.
Is it just? I don't know.
I think it's embarrassing. I think it kind of sucks.
All right. The power. Strong AF Russian pre-workout. High stim formula.
I guess he's probably thinking of like Rocky 4. What does
11
he say?
grams of a giant proprietary blend. Uncle Eddie, what are you doing, my
When
man?
did he come out with this?
By Badass Labs.
Okay,
That's what I'm talking.
I don't know, man. You gotta watch out. People are weird.
Are they back already?
Oh my gosh.
That was quick.
The halfling has arrived.
The halfling and the grandparents have arrived. Extreme
Mom, I love
Russian
your hat. You look adorable.
citrulline, malate, beta-alanine, agrotine sulfate, caffeine anhydrous, J. regia extract, ariogerensis, hordenine, alpha-limbine.
The problem is it's secret, so you can't tell how much is in it. So we can't tell if it's good or not. That's what happens when you do, what's that called? Prop blend. I'm learning. Hey, Robert, what's the thing that comes from, give me a second. Somebody asked me something. Oh, you know what? I already made a fool out of myself. I forgot what she asked me. I'm stupid.
I mean, overall, this is the ingredients are good. I would just love to know what in the world are the dosages. That's all. I mean, you're definitely going to feel very stimulated, focused, energized with everything. I would just love to know how much.
Which is the thing that makes your ears hurt.
That's beta-alanine, makes your ears tingle.
I don't like that. I don't know why people like that. It's incredibly uncomfortable. And like the niacin flush, not a fan.
Yeah, orange is a problem, but I really only do like the plant-based. And that's fine. If you don't want to do bread and stuff like that, do you do meat, seafood, those kind of things, or regular protein powders? Or are you strictly like vegan plant-based?
Wait, Brooke, you don't eat steak or halibut?
She might. There's wonderful seafood here in Florida. But maybe if she only really likes it.
No, I hear you. It's cheaper, I guess.
Not the cutting, gather the nootropics.
I am. I'm doing it. It's official. I don't think it's that hard to cut. I just haven't done it yet. I haven't had a reason. We came across a photo, by the way, of me exactly 4 weeks after I had Sophia via C-section, by the way. So super quick.
Yeah.
I was in better shape than I am now. I mean, we could show you the picture. I'm like doing like this cute with like sportswear on shorts. I looked at my legs, I looked at my stomach, I looked at my arms, and I thought, who am I anymore? I was so in shape when I was pregnant. I was so in shape. I got lazy, y'all. I was like, I'm a size 2. Peace. I just dealt. It's fine.
Yeah. Going back to this, Brooke, I would say maybe just cycle on and off some of the oranges. Reduce how much, like have just 1 carrot a day. And then don't have the carrot the next day and then have a sweet potato the next day. So just kind of rotate and lower the overall volume because it is a fat-soluble vitamin that will go there.
Oh, yeah. They make
Eating
yes.
those oranges,
Yeah. Well, wait. He explains it. It was a long time ago. That makes more sense.
He's saying he used to be a fireman a long time ago.
Oh, gotcha.
It was before all this stuff started. Yeah, I figured that.
That makes sense. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I take this at 7 p.m. and up to 4. Yeah, that stuff is gonna light you on.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are married to firemen. It's crazy.
Since they are back a lot sooner than I thought, we will
What?
issue a last call for comments and questions, and then
Something funny.
they're ready to go eat. I think.
Okay, well, I just want you to know, I recently watched the movie Medea Homecoming, and it's hilarious. Then I started trying to get my hands on any Medea, so I'm just gonna let you know, Brooke, have you watched any of the Medea movies, and do you find them funny? If not, I understand. Yeah, the Tyler Perry Medea. Oh my gosh, they're so funny. And I feel like I'm Medea in like an alternate reality, because the way she reacts to things is the way I react to things. I make a big stink about things. We went to Hat Creek, and I fell in love with their chicken nuggets. Were like real thick nuggets, and it's delicious. And then we go, and I tell the woman that I was next to, because we were having like a play date, I was like, you gotta get the chicken nuggets, they're so good. I'm gonna get a burger though, because I don't want chicken nuggets, but they're so good, they're thick. And then she gets them, and they're like tiny. And she brings it back to the table, and I said, what is, they're like smaller than the Chick-fil-A ones, like tinier than that. I was like, what is that? She said, yeah, they apparently like got ordered to cut all the chicken in half or something. I said, well, you need to take that back and you need to go get angry about it. And she's like, well, I was like, psh. And so I go in there. I was like, excuse you? They're like, yeah, we cut it in half. I'm like, that's something you tell someone when they're ordering, not after they receive their tiny little food. Like, this is disgusting. And I dumped it out. I was like, would you eat this? Would you eat this? What are you doing? And then this family, okay, I wasn't embarrassed at all. I'm like, you should be proud of your quality food. You should want me to be like, look at this burger. Look how good it looks. So anyways, this family comes in. I go, look at these nuggets. Don't order the nuggets. They cut them in half now because corporate said they had to. Dude, I'll tell you right now. When she first went up there, she had to pay for another burger because she didn't act the way I did. Afterwards, they came back and like gave her like multiple things. I was like, yeah, you're welcome. You should be proud of your product, not embarrassed by it. I should be able to tell everyone that walks in, look at this burger, and they should be like, looks good. Can't wait to order it. Instead of like, what? That's crap. I didn't order that. I'm like, yo, just stay away from the chicken nuggets. A whole big stink. I felt very Medea in that moment.
I have seen all of that.
That means you like them, right, Brooke?
My favorite is Boo Choo.
I haven't seen any of the Boos. I didn't see Boo Choo. I'm so excited.
That could be your new favorite Halloween movie.
Yeah,
Since
because
I love Halloween so much, I will watch horror movies. It could be August, and it could be. Actually, I would just watch a horror movie yesterday.
can I just time out for a second though? Because we were watching some scary movie. We still haven't finished it yet, called Night Watcher with Henry Cavill, and we're sitting there in bed and we're watching it. And I get really into it because I pretend I'm in the movie, which, by the way, is really scary. And so I was like, and it's towards the end, and like you just found out that it's like it's not what you thought. And I was like, oh my god. All of a sudden, our door, like no one ever rings our doorbell or knocks on our door, was like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, who is that? Who is that? And Robert's like, your parents. I was like, how do you know? And I didn't have any pants on. Wait, that's weird. But when I watch movies, I don't always wear pants. And so I was like, wait, let me put pants on. If I have to run outside. So I run, putting pants on, and like he opens the door.
I can't keep a straight face.
And it's my parents.
Like, what the world? Why are you laughing at us? So yeah. Thanks for the live. Okay. Good seeing you. Good seeing you too, Chris.
We'll be done now. It's cool.
We appreciate it. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Brooke, as always. Housekeeping stuff as always, guys. Tomorrow, final scoop with me and the three knuckleheads as always. We're back as our normal time, 1:30 p.m. 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Noon for the Commie Californians. Devin, actually, we said thanks for letting me know I'm on Commie Time. It's always
crazy. And can I just tell you, like I told you, it cost me $50 to get my transcript from a California school when all the other ones were like free or $8. It's like, California, you piece of dog do. $50 for my personal transcript. Whatever, it's fine. We'll head out.
I have a meme to send for you.
So right. We'll talk next week.
Yes, we'll see you same bad time, same bad channel. If you like what we did here, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see when our two ridiculous faces are always on. If you have any topics for future videos,
yes, questions,
or articles for the site, I'm always looking for new topics to generate. Check out the Hooperzine article I just published on Wednesday this week. And if you're interested, you can sign up for the Supplement Engineer newsletter. It's free. There's no fees with it. There's cool little
free newsletter
tidbits and fun little
He's a good
things
writer.
and everything like that. And then there's the free ebook, free muscle building supplements you don't want. It's linked below, but you go to the Supplement Engineer site. It's free. And then, yeah, we'll see you all next time.
Yay, bye.